Welcome back to Behind the Firewall. Today, we have C&N's Director of Information Security, Pete Boergermann, back with us to share some common tactics that scammers use around the holidays. Hi, Pete. Welcome back.
Thanks, Lindsay. It's good to be back.
Great. So, Christmas is a busy time for everyone. There are a lot of purchases being made, but we know that scammers are just as busy at this time of year. Can you help us understand some of the more common scams that we are likely to see around the holidays?
Absolutely. There's many scams out there, but the three I'd like to focus on for today are fake retail stores. And a lot of times criminals will send a text message or they'll send an email, they'll give you a phone call. And what they've done is they've actually mimicked a legitimate website, and they want to get you there on that website and look at what they have to offer and then capture your credit card information and things like that. Yeah, it's a pretty big deal. They're making a lot of money with it. Matter of fact, Yahoo Finance had a quote they put out here last year, and they said 1 in 3 Americans have fallen victim to these types of online scams, specifically during the holiday season. And of those who have lost money, it's usually over $1,000 for 1 out of 10 people.
Wow. So you think you're going to go on and buy a quick gift for someone, and it's not even a real store. Is that right?
Yeah, and the thing is, they kind of pull you in because it looks like such a great deal. They use fake images of real products, and you look at it and say, that's a fantastic price. I'm doing really good. Now I've got a little extra money to spend on another gift, and you don't take the time to dig into that site and make sure it's a legitimate site. And once you give up that credit card information, they've got that. So, yep, it's easy to fall victim to that.
All right. So is there another one that you want to share with us?
Yep, the fraudulent gift cards is another one as well. So they can be anywheres, and gift cards are an easy gift to get, especially if you're not sure what to purchase for somebody, or if you've been purchasing gifts for 20 years and you just don't have any ideas. A gift card is a great thing to do, Again, they lure you into these forums online to send a gift card along with some kind of a holiday greeting. Once they capture that information, they'll pull money from your account very quickly.
So we should be looking for, anytime you're entering your credit card information, right? Looking for the secure lock sign in the browser. Is that right?
Absolutely. And the other thing is don't respond to these, emails. If you want to go buy a gift, go to legitimate sites, go to Amazon, go to Newegg or some of the other shopping sites and stuff like that. Never use a link that came via text message or an email.
Okay. Good to know. All right. And then the other ones you mentioned were Black Friday and Cyber Monday scams. Tell us about those.
Yeah, so they're a little bit more difficult to detect. Again, it's all about promotions. All the buzz. The internet's like, hey, Cyber Monday's here. These are some great deals, and people are just slammed with text messages and emails about all the good deals and things like that. And it's very easy to get caught up in the excitement, basically, of finding a good deal and getting a gift and getting that taken care of early. And again, you've got to check that site, check the URL, does it have a lock on it? Is it legitimate? And things like that. And just be extra careful. You take an extra minute or two and just step back for a second and say, hey, is this legit or not?
Okay, great. So do you have any resources where folks could find more information about this? And we can put those right in the show notes.
There's a couple good government agencies have lots of good information out there, like Department of Homeland Security, CISA has got some good information. If you use Google or your favorite browser, search engine, just go out there and how do you identify scams? There's lots of good information will come back that way as well.
So it sounds like we need to stay vigilant. Even as we're in the Christmas rush, holiday shopping, we need to stay vigilant for these.
Absolutely. Yeah. And there are good deals to be had, but just do your homework before you make that purchase.
Legitimate sites, right?
Exactly. Yeah.
Well, Pete, thank you so much for joining us today.
Thank you for inviting me on, and hope everybody has an awesome holiday season. And again, I can't say it enough. Just take an extra second and check where are you making that purchase.
Thank you. Thanks for joining this episode of Behind the Firewall, and stay tuned for another episode next month.
This podcast is brought to you by C&N, member FDIC, an equal housing lender.